Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. And if you're in the Hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic. If you're on YouTube, you can type your question in the chat and we will have a look.
Father, can I come up, Father?
Yes, my dear, just give me a few minutes. I wanted to share something.
Okay, Father. Okay.
I feel to tell all of you that you are already free in this moment. And this, when I say like this, it is not something, which a father will say to encourage their kids. It's not something which is like a hopeful statement. This is a statement of complete truth. And it does not require your belief. I do not need you to believe it. But if you can stay with me and just see this, just check this, you will see that it is completely true, that I am completely free in this moment. And what does freedom mean? What does freedom mean? Because as awareness, you are completely untouched even by this concept of delusion and bondage, of bondage and freedom. As awareness, it does not matter if you were to take 100 more lives and each of those lives to be identified as a person. Because as awareness, you are completely untouched. Then what is the freedom that we are talking about? The freedom that we are talking about is just this freedom of the drop pretending to be separate from the ocean and then just checking and seeing that it is the ocean itself. So it's all a question of beliefs, all a question of mental concepts. Somehow, through some trick of Maya or whatever you call it, we have this power to pretend that we are separate. This is called the ego, the belief that I am separate. Yet, if I were to ask all of you and say, where is God? You will say, God is everywhere. Then if God is everywhere, then how can there be a separate you? So what you're really saying is, God is everywhere but me. Everything that I see is God, but I am not. See? And we were discussing yesterday that this sounds like humility, that I am not God yet and God is, I'm trying to find God, but it is the greatest arrogance that God can be everywhere, but I have this power to be separate from God. See, so this is ego. And how does the ego operate? It operates through resistance. It is only a resistance of what is. See, it tries to control what is appearing. All these appearances are just coming and going. It tries to convince you that there is some sense of control that you as a separate identity have over this appearance. This is a great fallacy. And like this, most of humanity is trying to control their life, control where we are going. And I often say this is like trying to control the flow of a river with a twig. But not even this twig we have, with an imaginary twig actually. This is exactly how it is. We are resisting life, we are just pretending as if there is something that I can do. So, what is this freedom that we speak of? This freedom that we speak of is to drop this imaginary resistance. And actually, I've been saying this for quite some time, but I feel like now something is clicking with many of you. And you are starting to realize what is the meaning when I say don't resist. What is the meaning when I say be completely open? Now it is starting to click for you. And what is the meaning of being completely open? Is being open to all that is appearing and disappearing. Exerting no sense of false control over anything at all. So in this way, we leave the body completely free. It already is actually, it is doing exactly what it wants. But we are just pretending that I am moving my hand up and down, I am breathing. Some may even pretend that I am beating my heart. All of it is happening on its own. We are just the pure witnessing of all of this movement of appearance. So when I say it is imagined resistance, it is this, when it comes to the body, it is this sense of doership. What must I do next? Where should I go next? All of these things are just the pretense problems that we like to deal with. So leave your body completely free to be exactly how it is. And the breath also, you leave it completely free. Leave it completely free. And the other area of trouble, which many of you have, is you try to control your thoughts. Because you hear that thoughts are the cause of trouble. See? So then the mind itself comes up with a solution. Okay, if thoughts are the cause of trouble, let me try to stop all thoughts from coming. Then you find all the yogis sitting in the caves doing all kinds of sadhana to prevent this flow of thoughts. But actually, you have seen now, most of you have been in satsang for some time, and you see that it's actually not trouble. Thoughts are allowed to just come and go, and then there are no trouble. But it is only through our belief in them. When we buy what they are selling, then it seems to create this imagined resistance. So be completely open, don't resist any thought. It will scare you that I'm very scary, I'm very horrendous. Sometimes some of us are scared of beautiful thoughts also. Beautiful thoughts also because I don't want to think that because it might become a desire. Nothing can happen like this without your belief. So let all thoughts come, let all thoughts go. Then, what are the other forces you have in your command? What are the other forces you have in your command? Very few people in the world look at this actually. We seem to have the force of attention and the force of belief. And attention is very troublesome. The more you try to control it, the more it wants to jump around here and there. So freedom again is not a constricted state where you are trying to control your attention and keep it at a particular point. Although many spiritual practices prescribe this, and it's okay. It's okay. It's a path, and if you're fully into that particular path, that's okay. But my submission to all of you is much more simple. Let this attention also completely go free. Let it go wherever it wants. Don't try to exert any sense of control over even attention. Now everything is set free, body is set free, breath is set free, thoughts are set free, even emotions are set free, and also attention is set free. And now you remember that there was one thing which was left, which was belief. And belief, what does it mean to set it free? That we don't take any effort, we don't make any effort. And to give meaning to something, to give belief to something, is some effort, is a doing, is a seeming doing, but still it's a seeming doing. So don't do this also. Don't give belief to anything also. What is belief? Belief is the power to pretend. The truth does not need belief, you see. But the false needs constant reinforcement through this belief. So to believe that you are a person, you have to work hard practically the entire waking state and consume the content of your thoughts with your belief. Without this, the person idea cannot survive for too long. Drop belief also. This is the way of the sage. A simple way. Also, I want to tell you that the sage has no intentions. There are no intentions. Everything is just appearing spontaneously. The game can be played, there can be some pretend planning, all of that can go on. But there is no intention and there is no attachment to any outcome. In this way, everything that you seemingly pretended to pick up is dropped. And then naturally, in this simple surrender, just to see that I never was separate, I never was person, you see that everything has been flowing on its own. And in this way, you will then experience the presence of unassociated being. You'll experience pure love, pure joy, pure peace, without any desire for any of them. So I can honestly say that it is these energies that come to be in your presence, not the other way around. We are not meant to chase them. These energies are in service to your own unassociated being. So very simple like this. Don't resist anything at all. Drop all effort. And don't believe this thought which says, oh, dropping of effort is seeming like effort to me. That's just a mind trick. Yes, I know it can seem initially because the habit is to pick up. The habit is to pick up and do all this heavy lifting. So initially when I say to keep down your heavy bags, it seems like, oh, it takes so much effort. I'm just comfortable carrying this heavy load on my head. Why do you say keep it down? It can seem like that is effort, but it's not really. And it can seem a little uncomfortable because you lost this seeming mischievous teacher which is inside your head. Because always saying, do this next, do this, you'll be happy, go there, go here. And to be without this voice, or with this voice having no power, it seems a little bit of a limbo state initially. I know this. But if you can just hold my hand during this time, and I'm telling you that you are just learning to fly, you are not falling, you are learning to fly, then you will find that this is the most natural, most effortless state. And even this thought very quickly will be dissolved that it is the dropping of effort seems like effort. It's like saying that you go to work every day and I come and tell you, no, actually today is Sunday. You don't have to go to work. And then the mind will come and say, but I'm used to going to work, so it's seeming like effort not to go to work on the Sunday. It's just like this, nothing more than this. Then what trouble can you have? It is only resistance which is trouble. So this is openness, this is freedom. And I promise you that you will not say that there is something missing in this. You will only say that I have lost my ability to suffer now. What have you done to me? I have lost my ability to suffer. Because it will seem like so much hard work to suffer with anything. And if somebody comes to you and says, I will give you $1 million, but you come back to how you were, it will sound like the stupidest deal possible. And if somebody says, I will give you the best partner, best partner, but you become a person again, it will sound like the stupidest deal possible. Somebody says, I will give you the body which is in the best shape, best. You can then run 10 miles without stopping. You will say that sounds like the stupidest deal possible. Very welcome, my dear. Very happy you could join us. And I like very much when we laugh and we cry at the same time. It's very good. Okay, there's a message. Parvati says Anandi and friend Chris from India are requesting to join the hangout. And Muktima, oh Muktima, this is Muktima. Okay, very good, very good. Welcome, welcome. So we need to create one more space, is it, Parvati ji? Okay. So who feels in their heart to make some room for Anandi and Chris? Okay, so Jesh said first. Okay, my dear, I'll see you soon. Thank you. So in this way, we find that in the simple, effortless, non-doing, everything here is already free. And all is moving on its own. There is no appearance which is controlled by any person. The person itself is an appearance. All appearances appear in the light of your being. And it is your own holy being, this God, this consciousness, that is the one doer of all actions and the one taster of all experiences. No person has ever existed. And you see this now. You don't have to work at it. You don't have to mentally understand it also. Because the mind will never understand this. It's not a mental understanding which we are going for. Because I can never convince your mind. And even if I seem to have convinced your mind, tomorrow you will wake up and say, today I am not so convinced. So let this be just consciousness speaking with consciousness. And I know that if these words are appearing, they must be appearing as a part of the play that consciousness is playing with itself. So right now in this moment you are free. If you don't refer to your mental projections about anything at all, you are completely free. Now if you come up with a question, then speak from this perspective. Many times I feel that we come into satsang and we're very attached to the question that we were carrying. Also, there's a sense of fear that I better not forget my question because if I go up, then what will I say? I will look stupid or something like this. But this ineloquence is something I very much enjoy. So don't worry about holding on to any question. If you come completely without a question, but just with this sense of feeling, also that I'm just here. I knew I had to be here, I'm here. And I don't have a question. Even that is fine. But if there is something which is burning still, if something has some juice, then we won't deny it. Let's not push anything under with denial. Then we can come up and expose it. But let it be something which is burning now. Let it not be something about the past or something about the future. I was sharing this morning also a little earlier that it seems very easy for us to see that there is no person. When we look and check, say, I cannot find this person. All I find is the body is here, seems to be here. This external world seems to be here. Then the presence of my own being is here. But I find that I am just the witnessing of all of this. I can never become the content of these appearances. I seem to be just this awareness, which is the simple witnessing of all of these appearances. And it's so simple in this moment when we check to see that this is true. Unless we are using our mind as a collaborator, even in the inquiry, then it is trouble. Because then the mind will say, no, you're not actually just seeing this, you're only imagining it. Are you sure this is what you see? All this trouble only comes from the mind. But it's very easy for us to see that there is no person here. You cannot show me the one who wants freedom. The body is not interested in freedom. You cannot show me the one who wants freedom because it is only imagination. It is only an imaginary concept. So it is not seen, it is not found, this person. But still we believe that I am the personal doer of something. I have personal choice. And in this way we pick up the person concept again. And if there is no person, then whose choice, whose doing must it be? It must be of consciousness itself, isn't it? That is why it is said that it is all God's will. So all of these things are not just feel-good statements. You see, the mind will say, okay, this feels very good, nice band-aid for me to use right now. But that is not the purpose of them. They are simple expressions of the complete truth, which is present right now. Okay, my loves, if there's a question you can ask.
Father, can I come up, Father?
Yes,
Namaste, Father. Um, just wanted to expose Father since that day. Um, there's something happening inside. There's a lot of sadness now. Not like a sadness as a, um, I can't describe. It's not because of any situation or anything. It's just sadness. Um, and then a lot of thoughts are coming because it's like the mind and ego are tied up now, and they don't know what to do. That's how it is. It's feeling like that. Sometimes you beat up someone so badly, and then next day you see them they're so tired, they just want to sleep, not doing. They don't have energy. That's how it is now. Like not doing anything, very sad, very quiet. Okay, I'm done. That sort of feeling I'm getting. And it's not very active kind of thing. Before I used to be very outgoing. Now I'm like
yes.
quiet, very quiet, not talking too much. Sometimes I also get this thought, oh, being like this, am I, because I don't even speak to my daughter also. Sometimes I'm just quiet, but I'm immersed in this, what is happening inside. I can see very clearly. Mind and ego still comes up. It's trying its best to come up. Um, but the awareness is there now that, okay, all these things is happening. So there that awareness is there. Okay, this is mind, this is ego, this is mind, this is ego. Anything the thought comes, mind, ego, mind, ego. So I'm catching up every moment, um, but there is no motivation to do anything.
Okay, I want
Um,
to let you pause here for a minute
yes,
because you
sir.
know what is happening right now is that
Yeah.
there is a person entity which is seen that, okay, I know that the truth is awareness and the false is the ego mind. So when the ego mind is coming, it is saying, okay, I'm going to chop this, and I know awareness is here now. But this is much more hard work than is required because awareness is not there. You are this awareness. And whatever that appears and disappears, including the sadness, is not, you are not being touched by it. Now just check this for yourself and see that sadness could be here, but I, as awareness, am I really touched by it? Am I concerned by its presence or absence?
But the person, the person who is still there, Father, is saying,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sad.
Thoughts will come, feelings will come, but how are they really a problem for awareness?
I can't differentiate, Father. That mind is coming up very strongly, saying, okay, the person is feeling the sadness. Uh, Even though awareness is there, it is there by itself, but the person is feeling the sadness. That's how the
What is the distance between you and this awareness?
there is no distance.
Good.
I don't know if that was a mind answer, Father,
Yes,
but
yes, it was.
mind is telling you can't do it, Father.
Yes, but the mind will always say things like this. The mind will only say things like this. What has the mind given you so far? What are
Oh,
the
only suffering,
only
suffering,
suffering?
Father.
Only suffering.
Yes.
Then why do you refer to it? Why do you
It's
trust
just
it?
automatic. I don't want to trust it. I don't want to. Definitely, I've suffered so much. I don't want to trust it. I don't want to believe it. But it feels very automatic, Father. It's just because of the, as you say, it's because of the conditioning and
Yes,
habit.
but
It just goes
even this
off.
we know. Even this we know. that the going of attention is difficult to control.
Yeah.
There are two forces, as you know, that interact with the thought, the attention and belief. And I know that attention seems like it is difficult to control. But I can tell you that belief is not difficult to control. You have
Father,
to
how do
give
you do that, Father?
by just
Sorry,
not.
mind is it
Okay,
it even though
let's
yeah, I understand it's a silly question, but mind is like, okay, how do you not believe?
yes.
Sorry, Father,
Was
it's
that,
a silly
no,
question,
no,
but
no, it's not a silly question. It's very good. It's very good that you share this because this question we could have. So a thought is coming, wait for the thought to come. And the thought was, oh, it's a silly question. And your attention went to it, it's a silly question. And just by attention going, does it cause suffering for you? No. You still have this power of belief. It means that yes, this applies to me, this is true. No? You give it your approval. This is the power of belief. This is called buying from the salesman. So you got the concept that this is a silly question, and then if you believe it, then it will cause you the suffering that, oh, you were in the hangout, and then you asked this silly question, all because of your belief in it. If you just let it come, and even if attention goes to it, it's fine, and you let it go, then it causes no suffering. But what are the thoughts that have the most juice? What are the ones that attract the most belief? These are the thoughts which we have nourished. The thoughts that we have nourished. The identity that has been nourished. For example, the identity that I am a good person is a very popular identity. That I am the seeker of truth is a very popular identity. So for many of you, it might happen that if someone comes and says that you have not understood any Advaita, you will say, what are you talking about? I have been in satsang with the greatest Guruji, Mujiji himself. What do you mean I have not understood? You go to some stupid person and you are here telling me, all of this is because the seeker identity has been nourished. And then someone can come and push this button. But if you catch a normal person on the road and you say you have not understood any Advaita, does it bother him? No. He says, yes, I don't know what you're talking about. So it is the identities that we have nourished that seem to have the most belief. So you can have an identity which is saying that you got it or you will never get it. Either is not important here. Both are the false. There is actually nothing to get. So if something
okay,
is seems
Father.
to get belief, it is poking some identity which you have. And if some identity is constantly poking you, then you must use it in your self inquiry. Find out who is the seeker, who is this person. Why is it that these particular thoughts always seem to push my buttons? And with this inquiry, then, even in your most strongest identities, the belief will start to wane. Your question was how not to believe. They seem like these things I cannot not believe. Then you use them as fuel for your inquiry. You ask, who is the one who feels that you are the seeker? Where is the seeker? Whatever identity you are grappling with.
Father, um, I don't have any. Um, I don't know how I have to put this across, but um, I can't see any seeker or identity as such actually. But but maybe these are thoughts. Because I don't know if the person identity or any other identity is hidden. I'm not sure about it. But when I just inquire who am I, if I want to see who is the identity inside, I can't actually see any identity as such.
Yes. Yes.
But these thoughts of identity come, like seeker identity. Sometimes the thoughts of seeker identity comes up, thoughts of mother identity, thoughts of depressed person or something, like all these thoughts of identity come, but as identity, I don't know, I have never had that kind of I don't see anything. I
Yes.
don't know if that is also something.
But the one that gets the most belief from you, the one that gets the most belief from you, you look and inquire into that one. You see that my belief goes automatically. It doesn't go to all thoughts, isn't
Yes,
it? It goes to
yes,
only some specific thoughts about a particular identity or two.
yeah, yeah.
Use those as your momentum for your own self inquiry.
Okay.
And then you will find very quickly that this identity is also just imagined, and you will find automatically that belief will not go to even these thoughts.
Okay, I got you, Father, because um, when I was just looking at it, I got the identity of a friend. I have a very close family friend here. So even though I don't speak to her over the phone, but always I have a conversation with her, like mentally, as if I'm talking to her. This is happens automatically, as if I'm reporting everything to her, whatever is happening. Sometimes the truth is there, truth as in not that truth, but the unreal truth. Um, and sometimes I'm just imagining and telling her some, making up stories and but this, yes, that is definitely there. That I figured out now. So when this identity comes up, how do you how do you how do I stop or stop that link or you know break that identity, or how do I do that?
For any identity, must be a prerequisite that a person is here. Any identity, first a person must be there. So there must be a person who is the friend. And we look for the person, we cannot find the person. That therefore it is seen that it must be God Himself who is playing this role of friend also. So let God play that role. God does not need the input from your thoughts to play any role.
These are all imaginary things what I'm getting there.
Okay, my love, you contemplate on these things and we'll pick
Yes,
it up in
sir.
the next session. Right.
Okay, Father. Thank you,
Very good.
Father. Thank you so much.
Okay. There are some requests for questions. So Chris has a question. Yes, Chris can ask. And also, there's a person called Al on YouTube requesting to join the Hangout. And Al is new, yes, so we can make some space for him, my love.
Namaste, Father. Hmm.
Yeah, dear. Namaste.
Namaste, Ananta, Sandra. Thank you
Very well.
for
Very
yeah
well.
for this God. Thank you very much, and thank you, Ananda, too, for introducing me to you. So my question is, when I'm meditating, uh, I get I feel the furthest I get is when I feel like this presence. I'm the presence,
Yes.
and it's kind of I feel like my breath is uh, goes effortlessly. Like I'm not trying to control it. I just see it flowing, and it goes deeper and deeper. Like I go very deeply in this state, and it's very quiet there. But then when I start, there is this sense of I still there, but there is also presence. But they're kind of together. That's what I feel, at least. The awareness, this feeling of presence that's right here in my heart. It's together with some presence, and then I get, because this presence, it feels like it's the only voice that I have. So I go to this presence, and I want to know what presence means in this whole scenario. But then I get stuck. I can't get, because for me it's this voice that is together with, it comes from awareness. It's like as everything else, I feel like coming from there. But then where to go? Because I don't know where to go from here. You understand?
Yes. Yes. Good. This is very good. You say that when I meditate, then everything after a point seems to become very effortless, and it's very clear that the presence is here. It's very clear
Yeah.
that the presence is here, and I cannot
I feel
differentiate
yes and alive here.
between the awareness and
Sorry.
the presence. I cannot find the difference between the awareness and the presence itself. This is very good. So, you are aware of the presence. Is the presence
Yeah.
aware of you?
Yeah. I don't know. I can. For me, it's like the same. It's two parts. The,
Yes,
I,
but
I cannot. I cannot. I cannot discern this.
if you see two parts, then both you are
Yeah.
aware of. There's an awareness of both the parts.
So
Okay, so let me ask you some questions. I ask you two questions. The first question is, can you stop being now?
no. I
Not
don't
stop
think
being
so.
now? Because,
Why I cannot stop being?
yes,
Because it's not something that I can control.
yes, that the presence of being is here. You are aware of this, and it's just here effortlessly. You see? So does
Yeah.
your meditation bring you to this same point as this
Yeah.
question brings you? Okay, this is very good. So your
Yeah.
meditation brings you to the point of this presence, and you know that it's naturally here and it cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
presence. This is beingness. This is very good. Now my second question is, are you aware now? It's not a trick question.
Because me, and then I feel so here now. Okay, ask me a question. Sorry.
The question is, are you aware now?
I am.
Are you aware now?
Yeah, I can sense that. But who am
Don't worry,
I?
don't
Do you
give it to your mind.
understand? It's like,
Don't
I
give it
am
to your
aware.
mind. Yes, yes, don't give it to your mind. I promise you, all this will get cleared up. All this will get
Okay.
cleared up. Just stay with me very simply. If you refer to the mind, then it will become a complicated process, you see. So you
Yeah.
answered two questions. The first question was, can you stop being now? And you said that this presence of being is just here. I cannot stop it.
Yeah.
And then I asked, are you aware now? And your answer was,
I think so.
see, can you stop the witnessing which is here? There is something which is aware of all of this. Can you stop this awareness?
No.
then you must be aware, isn't it?
But then the shift of identity will go out automatically. It's like I don't have to think about that.
So
Is it?
is this awareness that is worried about the identity, or is it beingness which is worried about the identity?
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
Is it awareness which is worried about the identity, or is it beingness which is worried about the identity? You said that there's a presence of being and there's awareness. Are either of them worried about the identity? Is there any concern about the identity?
The identity. It's just that I feel the presence. There is no identity, really identity there.
Yes.
And then I find it difficult to reach there, because when I say this, to reach there, I already know that this is the I that is talking. But then when I can only feel the awareness, I cannot be the awareness. I
In
feel
fact,
like that.
you cannot stop being the awareness. You cannot stop being the awareness. You don't have to do anything to be the awareness. Because if I say stop being aware now, you cannot do it.
Yeah.
This natural, effortless awareness, this natural, effortless witnessing is continuing. Now you stop being this awareness. Can you stop and become the body?
No, I don't feel. I don't feel. Because I don't feel the awareness has an identity.
Exactly. That's exactly the point. The exact point is this, that you have no identity because you are this awareness.
But how can I live being this awareness? It seems
This
I
is
don't
the voice
know.
of the mind. This
I
is
can
the voice
only
of
I
the
can
mind.
only feel awareness when I'm meditating.
No.
I think
You
it's at some
right,
point. Yeah, not all the time either.
right now you are not meditating, but you are only awareness. And the appearance of this body is speaking some words, and there is the appearance of this mind which is saying, but I don't get it, I can't be it. All of this is just appearing in front of awareness. And you are only this awareness.
And the work is to just be this awareness the whole time.
You cannot stop being it, my dear. Therefore, there is no work.
Yeah, that's right.
But the person will not be satisfied with this answer, you see. The seeker
Yeah.
identity will not be satisfied with this answer. But the seeker
But
identity, imagine,
how can I get rid of the seeker?
by not believing your next thought.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I understand. It just doesn't. For me, for example, to get into this state, it requires a lot of effort. Like I have to be in the presence and to watch my breath and then not touch anything and just be. It's lots of effort that I make. And then you and Mujiji come to me and say, no, there is no effort at all. And it
But in
feels like,
answer,
oh my God, so I'm not going to the right place. And then,
it can seem like this. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But just if you were to look and say, okay, when I asked you this question, can you stop being now? Did it take any effort to answer?
no, doesn't.
There is no effort to answer because beingness is present. And
Yeah.
the point of all meditation is to get you in the presence of this presence. Is there anything else that the meditation is doing?
No, it's just this presence.
So you also said that when I look, I can find that I cannot stop this presence. This presence is always here, and it took no effort.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
what makes me believe in the thoughts then?
It is because it is habit. It is because it is habit that we believe our thoughts. You see, because we feel that we will get something by believing these thoughts. But what I am saying
Yeah,
is that you are already here. You are already here. And there is nothing that you need to get. Awareness is
I see.
already here, beingness is already here. So then, if it is already here, you can still pretend to be a person. You can pretend to be a person by believing your thoughts. By
I
not
see.
believing your thoughts, you cannot show me a person.
So, shall I just keep practicing? And one day it's gonna get less and less attached to my thoughts, and then one day maybe I will disappear.
So right now, are you here? Right now, is the person here?
Yeah, it's mixed. It's mixed. It's the presence here too, but the person
Right,
is, I think,
right now, right in this instant. Can you show me the person in this instant? The person is
no,
never
it's
here. It's never here in this instant. It is always a mental projection. It's always a
yeah,
daydream. See? So if it's
I
never here
understand that.
now, if it's never here now, then what is needed to be done?
But to sustain the presence, I mean, I don't know. It requires some practice.
It's only that what is happening is that the thoughts come and they distract the attention, isn't it?
Yeah,
You stay in
yeah,
satsang. As you stay in satsang, you will find that all these thoughts are pretty much meaningless,
I
and your attention
understand.
and belief will not go so much into them. And very naturally, you will marinate in your own presence. So this is the simple
Oh,
way. Let all thoughts come and let all thoughts go. Don't worry about anything to do with them. And you will find that life itself is unfolding in a very beautiful way. Because the mind will come with this, oh, so what will happen to my life? What will happen to my things? Will I just become a beggar on the road? I need to control my life. All of these are just thoughts. The one who runs this entire universe has no trouble running your life. In fact, it is the one who
oh,
has been doing it all along.
oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, my dear, you're very, very nice to see you.
Very nice to see you too.
You, thank you, Anandi. Good to see you.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
Okay, Bhagwati ji says Mukti Ma wishes to speak to you. Yes, yes, my dear, if you're here, you can speak. We don't hear anything, my love. Maybe your mic isn't working. Are you on a phone or a computer? Maybe you can disconnect this headset and then try. No. No, you can hear her. Shanti can hear her. Okay, maybe I increase the volume a little. It's almost on full. Does everybody else hear her as well? No, we have no audio from her. Ah, she's on a Nexus tablet. And some of you hear her. No, this is funny. Maybe you only hear her on Google devices. Because I'm on a Mac now and I don't hear her. Yes, we lost our moderator as well. Maybe she'll come back. Now, my love, we'll have to. Jenny, you just came in, but you'll have to go back out because we lost our moderator. Yeah. Oh, there's some on YouTube also. They can hear her. This is the funniest thing. Jenny, my love, we lost our moderator today, Parvati. So we're just waiting for her to come back in. So you'll have to go back, my dear. Yes, I hear something now. Or maybe that was from someone else. Oh, my dear. Okay, so let's do it like this. You can hear me well? You hear me well? Just show me a thumbs up or nod your head or something. Yes, okay, good. So let me just speak from what's coming up. Yes? And let's hope that helps. Whatever might be the content of your appearance, no matter how strong it might seem, no matter how real it might seem, none of it is actually really happening to the true you. The true you is the pure witnessing of all appearances which are coming and going. You just see this now. See that no appearance, whether perceived through the senses or internal appearances of thoughts, emotions, memory, imagination, all of these objects, none of them can touch you. Also see that there is no separate person. The person is only an idea, and all that is moving is being done by the consciousness itself. In the presence of your beingness, in the presence of I am, all these appearances are coming and going. In the deep sleep state, there is no universe. But when the light of beingness switches on, then the world appears. So you are that which is untouched by any appearance. And you are unconcerned by any decisions, by any choices, by any movement. All is going to happen on its own. Don't let your mind convince you that you are a person by pushing any button, no matter how strong it might seem. All thoughts are talking to you as a person only. No thought is speaking to you as awareness. No thought is speaking to you as consciousness. All thoughts are personal. So trust in the grace which brought you to Mujiji's presence, which gets you to Satsang. Trust the grace to do everything that it is doing, even when we cannot understand. Even when we cannot understand, especially when we cannot understand. Because if we were to understand, then what is trust? Then everything is just understanding. But if you trust the Master, if you trust grace, then trust even that which you don't understand why it is happening. And just say that I am always at my Master's feet, irrespective of what seems to be appearing in and around me. I will not lift my head up from my Master's feet even for an instant. May everything come and go in life. And in this way, not even death can touch you. Because you are that is one with the Master itself. And in this way, all fear, all decisions, all that is happening will have no power over you, with only the Satguru in your heart. Let all that has to appear, appear. Let all that has to go, go. How long can an appearance last anyway? 50 years, 100 years? It is nothing for eternity. All appearances come and go. So bless every appearance with your own holy presence, but don't be attached to anything at all. Let everything come and go according to the will of God. Not a blade of grass can move without the will of God. And trust this grace. And you will yourself say one day, very soon, that I see that all of this was such supreme grace because it got me face to face with my own reality. I know that right now it might seem incomprehensible when I say this, but very soon you will come here and you will say that it was pure grace, all that is happening. So just keep Guruji in your heart and go take every day day by day. Let every moment come and let every moment go. You just stay with the Master in your heart, and very soon all of this will go. None of this can stay. All that comes in this world has to go. All states, all appearances, all people, all bodies, all relationships are coming and going. If we get mixed up, if we identify and say this is me or this is mine, that is when all the trouble starts. Know that all is God's alone. Know that it is the Sadgurus alone. I am always with you, my love, and I am always at my master's feet. Therefore, Guruji's presence is always with you. All my love and blessings to you, always, always. Oh, my love, I still don't hear you. You can type something if you like. Can you see the chat? Not sure. Bhagwati ji, do you know if she can see the chat or?
She can Facebook me, Father. She can.
Okay, you send your message on Facebook to Bhagwati ji and she will type it here. She will
Yes.
post it here. If one of you can hear her and you can type out what she's saying, that is also fine.
We can't hear her, Father.
Okay, ma'am.
And I've put her volume up all the way.
Okay, my love, thank you. I'm with you, my dear, through all of this. I'm with you. You're in my heart. We are together. Thank you, Bhagwati ji. Yes, if it comes, you can share it here. It's good. She said, I wanted to say that even if he can't hear me, I feel that he knows what I have in my heart. In knowing nothing at all, there is trust for what appears spontaneously. And she is writing now. You wanted to say? Okay, Girija. You can ask, we are waiting for her to say. So Girija has a question, and they often complain that they can't hear the question.
I just want to ask, once there is a you're seeing and you're sort of stabilized in it, in the sense the person doesn't attack too often, take over. Is there a need to really separate yourself from an everyday world? Because I did that initially when Guruji said go home and sit up and don't talk to anyone. I did that, and today it is. I mean, it's there. That's all I can say. Situations happen, people say things, everything happens. But the hooking is very, very, very minimal, or it's seen as soon as it rears its head. So the question is there, would it really help again to, try and seclude yourself as far as possible, or is it okay to is this a challenge coming to see how firm you are in this? Or is it okay to get on with everyday life and work and
Don't decide either.
to just leave it open?
Leave it open and let every moment unfold on its own.
Yeah,
If
in a
it seems
sense,
like
yeah.
your feet are walking towards work, then let them walk towards work.
Yeah, in a way that has been finding me,
Yes.
because I'm not actively
Exactly.
looking for work, but assignments do come.
Yes. Yes. This is how it is with me.
Yeah.
We often joke that
Yeah.
we are the Sangha of being. But I often joke, and it is the Sangha of being jobless or the Sangha of being broke.
Yeah, but somehow something comes up
And
when
I
you
often
need
say
it.
that maybe at the end only I will be left with a job in this. It just unfolds. Yeah. Yeah, so there is no need to seclude ourselves.
Yeah, because now it doesn't feel that. No, I still haven't started sharing because I'm not yet ready.
Yes, and also this sharing, when it happens, it will not be a you which is sharing.
Yeah, it's spontaneously it has to happen. That's where the thought comes, I must say this, I keep quiet. Because I know it's a thought. And it's really not from here.
It will unfold automatically in your own presence, and beings, you will find them around you and you'll wonder where they came from. Why would they would want to hear anything from your mouth? You will just
Questions
wonder.
are getting asked, but I don't feel yet that
Just go with the flow.
to share.
If something is coming and it's clear that it's coming from the Sadguru and it wants to use your mouth as the means of expression, then just go with it. With no attachment to the word, with no feeling that I am sharing.
Yeah.
Just on its own. It's very simple.
Right now the thought comes, who are you to share? Or who are
Don't
you
believe
to
this
tell?
one. Don't believe this one.
Though I see it, but still that's...
It's actually very simple. And I told Guruji also this time. We had a dinner with the Sangha when we were in Rishikesh with the Sangha being members. And he was sharing that it's so beautiful that his son is sharing satsang. And I said it's the simplest. I just come and sit and I wait for him to speak. There is no sense that anyone can do anything at all. So many times you will find that I just sit and I'm just smiling. I'm just waiting for him to share, there's nothing for me to do. I'm just waiting. Okay, then Muktima wrote some more. She said, which is gratitude and love and be life in life and God. Belief in life and God. Very good. This is very good.
Namaste, Father. Can I say
Namaste.
something?
Of course you can.
Namaste, Father.
Anandi has to go for treatment, so we'll let her go. Thank you, my love. Very good to see you from Rishikesh. Come back home soon. Bye, Chris. Good to have you with us. And then Muktima said, I just want to thank to everyone for everything. Very welcome. Hugely welcome. Okay, Jayani, my love. Sorry to stop you there.
No, great. Thank you, Father. It's it's actually nothing, but I just want to bring it forward to you because it's something that comes from time to time, and or it's noticed from time to time. And I, as Guruji always says, the ego can't smell its own breath. So I want to bring it forward to you and see if there's anything in it. It's along the lines of what the lady before me was saying, that there's been a movement here to almost step away from, or a lack of interest in anything social, where there hasn't been a feeling of communion with friends. That's just kind of fallen away very naturally. And there's just no interest in that. There's no interest in huge social socializing, as you would say. But then sometimes the mind will say, I'm cutting people out of my life, or it'll be reflected in what other people say. Why did you cut this person out? Why did you cut this person out? And I don't feel was ever a decision made. It just happened. But I'm just wondering if there is this tendency to shut out. And I notice even with chat and sangha, I don't feel this huge movement to be hugely part of. I don't know how of something. I'm more of a movement just to stay quiet within this, and I just want to know if there is anything in that, Father.
But just first remember, whose life is this? So when you say, am I shutting this one out of my life? Am I taking this one away? Whose life is it?
It's yours, Father.
It's God's own life. This entire universe is the body of God. Is the body of consciousness. It is just one body
Of course.
of consciousness. So every seeming drop in the ocean and where it goes is all the movement of this one consciousness. So it seems like the drop can say, "Oh, I started in Hawaii, now I've landed up in Sri Lanka." But it's not the it's not the life of the drop.
No.
Nothing can happen without the will of God. It is all God's own movement. Everything is interconnected. So we take on too much power into this imagined person when we say, I did this or I did not do this. I don't want to do this. And I want to. Very simple like this. Then the question, how should I live my life, does not arise at all. Life, we can say life is living itself or that God is living this life. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Very welcome, my dear.
Thank you so much, Father. Thank you.
Very
Sometimes I bring something and then it's so silly, it's so obvious, but
It's good. It's good because you must not resist it, you see. Because you never know. It might not even be your question. Sometimes it's somebody else's question. It might be here in the hangout or they can't type it. And it comes up like this. So there's nothing wrong with it.
I love you so much. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Mufti has typed some more. She said, I just want to thank everyone for everything. And from now on, whatever decision will be made, I will not fear about anything. Very good. Because it won't be me who is deciding, but the life itself I'll be just following. Yes, very good. I'm just saying this not to run away, but because I feel in my heart the peace, not the fear. Very good. Very good. This is what I say to him and you and God. Very beautiful, my dear. Very beautiful. I'm very happy you came to Satsang today. And it's been a beautiful interaction. Irrespective of your mic not working, I feel it has been very beautiful. Thank you, Bhagwati ji, for enabling this interaction. It's been very good. So shall we just stay in
Father,
silence for a while? No,
oh,
somebody had a question. Yes, Bhagwati ji, please go ahead.
I just wanted to say one thing, which was I just wish I could bring the whole world to satsang with you, just in one go.
Thank you, my love. I know this feeling very well. I know this feeling because when I met Mujiji for the first time, I felt I wanted to bring the whole world to him. I know this very well. Thank you so much.
I love you. Thank you.
Love you. Love you both. Thank you. So let's just stay in silence for a while. And if something really strong and burning comes up, you can bring it up. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sadhguru Shri Muji Ji ki Jai. Okay, so who's going to sing today?
Yay.
Jai.
Oh, you can come. Yeah. This is Florentina. Many of you know her. She's going to sing for us.
Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho.
One more?
Yes, I have one more. I want to sing. You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. I am always in your heart, never shall we be apart. Om Namah, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. 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 It is done, it is done. Hallelujah, it is done. It is done. It is done. Hallelujah. It is done. You are always in my heart. Never shall we be apart. I am always in your heart. Never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 It is done. It is done. Hallelujah. It is done. It is done. It is done. Hallelujah. It is done. You are always in my heart. Never shall we be apart. I am always in your heart. Never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Satguru Muji Ji ki
Jai!
Jai!
Jai! Jai!
Yay!
Jai!
It's so much like Samadhi. Does anybody else will do this? Yes. You remind me so much of Samadhi. The voice and the mannerism. And here will do. Very happy you came.
I'm so happy.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Parvati ji, will you share your invocation with us?
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Dhyanamulam Guru Murti, Pujanamulam Guru Padam, Mantramulam Guru Vakyam, Mokshamalam Guru Kripa, Mokshamalam Guru Jiji Kripa, Mokshamalam Ananta Ji Kripa. Sarvesham Shanti Bhavtu, Sarvesham Swastir Bhavtu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavtu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavtu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramya, Sarve Patrani Pashantu, Ma Kaschit Tapat Bhave, Asato Masat Kamya, Tamaso Majyotir Kamya, Mrityurma Amritam Kamya. Om Purnamita Purnamidam Purnat Purnamidachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahma Paramastu. Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Shri Satguru Murti Ji Ki Jai. Thank you for all the love you pour out on us, Father. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji Ki Jai.
Jai. Ananta Ji.
Jai, 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 Jai. Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you.
Love you too. Love you all so very much. And all of you on YouTube, I've been following all the chat as well. Thank you so much for all your love. It's just too much now to read out, actually. I do keep an eye out for questions. I'm sorry if I missed some of them, but we can meet in the next time. You can ask them.
Thank you, Father. Good night. Love you.
Love you too, dear.
Mm.
Thank you, Parvati ji. You can turn the broadcast off now.